Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors in Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear this Monday morning, starting off another hot week in the summertime. It's going to get up to 91 here on the coast. Inland, this heat index is going to be just unreal. It's just we're used to it, but it's just July and August is something else. Low 75, water temperature is 85 degrees, and it's looking good as far as the current and everything. I know 2 weeks ago I was talking to some of the captains. They just had a really strong current, and that should be laying down the thing. They don't know what that happens, and they don't have a control over it. But a lot of times it's hard to stay on a spot, even with the big boats with the strong motors and all. Our moon phase, our Monday moon phase, brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. We're looking at a full moon now, looking on the chart. It's going to be August the 1st, right at the end of July. It's going to be August the 1st. It'll be a full moon then, so we're waxing up to that these next 2 weeks. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn here on 23rd Street. You're talking about a super tide today. It's a great tide. It's going to be high this morning at about 9:23 and low tonight right around 8:30. So it is a really strong outgoing tide. If you want to fish some strong outgoing tides, today will be the day to do it if you're off work on Monday. Marine forecast will be south-southeast at about, looks like about 8 to 9. All right, that's a prevailing pattern in the summertime, that south-southwest pattern. But we had some north wind last week, a couple of nights, and sort of cooled things down. All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, folks. Let's start off looking at some pictures on this Monday morning. And here's our buddy Nat Harris. Nat is quite a fisherman, and he called his fish cleaning station. I get a kick out of it. You may or may not can read that little blue sign up above there. It says the Nat House, and he is always bringing in a great mess of fish. Well, of course, all good things about this. He caught these today, a couple days ago, but he showed me. That's a great mess of good eating fish right there. And what's cool is he has his Panhandle Outdoors, got a camouflage shirt that says Panhandle Outdoors on it, and that's a good luck shirt. And he's about to wear it out. I'm gonna have to get you another one, Nat. But good fishing trip there, buddy. Thanks for watching the show. Let's go from saltwater to freshwater up here in Jackson County. Billy Grantham sent me these pictures here. You're looking at Justin Lawrence and Bowden Howell. Keeping it country, always knowing where to get a mess of fish. And he also mentioned a boat ramp at the first bridge, or what they call Howell's Landing, is out for repair. So be aware of that if you headed that way. But that's a good mess of fish, boys. Here's the size of some of those. Look at that. That's bigger than a hand. That's huge. Same way there. Good job there. All right, let's move on into, hey, I finally got a picture of Bigfoot earlier today, but he couldn't identify it because he had a mask on. All right. Mark Deaton and Glenn Faust, two local boys that are really good fishermen, and they went out on a calm day in Glenn's boat, and look at that grouper and snapper. It's looking good. Okay, now I got it shows that last week we showed the pictures of the Alaska trip with Mark McLeod, and he put it on his media page, and he got some good comments on it. So I also got a comment on it from Terry down at Blue Water, and I did not know this. Terry lived. I'm going to read this email, then I'm going to show you the picture. He said, "Hey, Coach, I lived in Homer for 9 years. The views and the pictures below are from my deck. We could see 2 glaciers, an active volcano, and had an eagle, that we fed on our deck rail." Just stop and think about that. Is that pure nature? Volcanoes, eagles, from your back porch. The last picture is from the butt whackers, and I'm on the far right. When it comes to halibut, this was an interesting point. When it comes to halibut, the big ones are fun to catch, but anything over 80 pounds, we would throw back. The big ones are females and can produce millions of eggs per year. And like any other large fish, they're not as tasty. And we talk about that over and over again, about the large fish are not as tasty. So I don't know what the rule is up in Alaska, but that's good y'all threw that back because you're right. Those big females can really put them out. Halibut do not have bladders. I didn't know this. They do not have bladders, and they fight all the way up, unlike a grouper. I like this. We loved Alaska, but we loved our granddaughter even more, hence our move back to the lower 48. Okay, start checking off that bucket list. Terry from Blue Water. And I thought, what a good deal here. So I'm going to show you, here's the pictures, and this is a glacier. He nicknamed it Gator because you're looking at it, so it looks like a gator. That's a good picture there off his back porch. There's a volcano, okay? And there's an eagle they would feed every morning. Man, that'd have been cool. Look at that picture. Another great shot of an eagle with that white head and all. And then that's a famous place. That would be, I guess, the Captain Anderson's of the Alaska fishing trip, with the place called Buttwhackers, and they just called every picture I've ever seen off this. It's sort of famous, like Venice, Louisiana, the sign hanging down. Every picture I've ever seen has been that one right there. Okay, it's been full of fish. Okay, I wrote down some observations that I shared with you the other day, but I didn't get to finish these. It's just basic observations on what's going on, and I wrote them down last night. One of them, coyotes. You know, we were talking on a regular basis about coyote here, coyote there. I just haven't heard much about coyotes lately. Have y'all? Any of y'all have? I haven't seen anybody talk about them. I haven't seen any pictures of them, and usually, they're sort of whacking them away this time of year. The second thing I wrote down, Catawba worms. I mentioned it the other day on the Friday fishing report about using it for catfishing, but I haven't seen a lot of Catawba worms. I've got some old trees up at Granddaddy's, and I'd like to get some and transplant them. And my trees I planted at Howard Creek, they died. So I haven't been a Catawba worm pro for a good while. So anyway, I haven't heard a lot about, if you have any Catawba worms, I'd like to transport them to my trees at my Granddaddy's. Number 3, I wrote down, I haven't heard anything from Tyndall on our petition, all of our 10,000 plus signatures. Nobody's heard anything, and the silence is deafening from Tyndall. They don't want to say anything. You know, I was thinking the other day when I showed the May house over here in Walton County being moved, and how the Coast Guard took over the May house in 1941. They kept it to 1945, but guess what? They gave it back to the family. Okay, Tyndall took over the same way in 1941. They took over all that land, and they didn't give it back. But now they want to get rid of it. They want to lease it for development, but they're going to make a 99-year lease. I was thinking, what if they own that land in Walton County, if they'd kept that place and made a little Coast Guard station out of it? All of a sudden, want to get rid of it. Wouldn't the May family deserve that? Well, that's the same situation there at Tyndall, but the silence is deafening coming from the Tyndall information people, and you're welcome. I'm giving you an open invitation to come sit right here by me and explain to everybody out there that own the property, the taxpayers of America that own the property, and a lot of our military people have been so strong in supporting us there. Okay, anyway, the other thing too, on the law enforcement side of the FWC, I haven't heard any comments or anything on bears or panthers or anything, so I guess everything's going good on that end of the show as far as those things going on. There's no violations or anything. I haven't been notified of anything bad going on, so everything's going good. I guess maybe the virus has everything slowed down, but not a lot of information comes from that end either. So anyway, that's the way it is this Monday morning. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back on this Monday morning. We got a little video coming up. I try my best to keep all informed on what's going on, especially places like boat ramps and the rules and regulations and what's closed and what's open and the seasons and all that. So Gail and I went over to the Carl Gray boat ramp and shot a little bit of video, and I was so impressed with it. It really looks good. And I started looking around, and they're getting close to, well, the video, I'm not going to give it away. The video will show everything's going on, but it's a good video from that area. And historically, that's just been a great location. It's going to be, like I said, a go-to boat ramp. Once it's finished, it's going to be packed with people. and rightfully so, because it's so well constructed, and a lot of locals are there working on it, and I'm very, very proud of it. So, Jeff, let's go ahead and roll this video. Okay, we came here to Coyotes Park out here by Gulf Coast and Hatchway Bridge to give y'all an update on what's going on. Here's the sign with all the people's names on it. We got BCL Contractors. That's Bobby Sullivan. He's from Moser Board and Panhandle Engineering. And then all the city officials, Greg Brudnicki, Jenna Halligus, Kenny Brown, Billy Rader, Mike Nichols. All right, so we're going to take a look at it. Engineer of record, bottom left-hand corner, Chris Forehand. Chris Forehand. Okay, here's the overview now. We're looking at it. It is amazingly beautiful and practical. It's going to be 2 ramps, and okay, we're looking at North Bay, we're looking sort of west now, and you can see they're getting ready to do the paving, and we'll walk over here. Okay, it's going to be 2 ramps, good wide ramps, good steady, really solid. You got walkways, 1 in between and 2 on the ends. This is well constructed, well designed, very practical. You got these big old yellow poles here for you back your boat up. You don't want to hit these because they ain't going nowhere. You can see now we're in North Bay, sort of facing north, and to our right is Gulf Coast. Look how clear the water is. It's beautiful. There's Coyotes Park, and most of those trees made it through the hurricane remarkably because it came straight into them. But they're pretty healthy. Scanning on across North Bay, there's those steam plants straight out there. There's West Bay way over there, coming on around. There's the condos and the power line. Of course, the ever busy Catawba Bridge. Amazing that number of people goes over that thing. But you can see, getting back to the boat ramp, we've got these 3 great walkways. This is not made out of wood. This is a really good material. They're just well reinforced. Plenty of room. I tell you what, the challenge is going to be, I see, but we're on low tide right now. But it's going to be a challenge if you're trying to get in your boat. Let's see. Let's walk down here to the end. All right, the great thing too, you can see right out in the channel, see all the channel markers. You're going right on out there, well marked going out and well marked coming in. And then to the right, this used to be, the old timer told me what a beautiful place this used to be for scallops. Year after year, just full of scallops. They're not there anymore. And what has happened to them, well, you know what has happened to them. Progress has happened to them. But I heard they just come out wash tub pools right out here. Way back, this has been back in the 50s, the 60s. Okay, they're on their last stage now. The actual ramps are finished. You can see the parking lot. They put the sub base down, the dolomite, everything. They've been rolling it, and they're getting ready to pave it. As soon as it's paved, there's going to be plenty of room. Now you want to be parking. We'll come back when it's finished, and I'll show you the parking lanes. But remember, right out from the ramp. You don't park your boat right out from the ramp. We'll talk about that. I know Panhandle Outdoor Viewers know better than that. But on down there, that's where the kayak launchers are, down further there, and they go out every night. Paddle right out to the bridge and catch those big redfish. Right? You hear me talk about it on the show, that's what they do. We'll do that one night with them. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to, I'm just very proud of our city, our mayor and the commissioners and everybody for putting this thing together, our construction crews and everything. This is going to be the go-to place for boat ramps, I can promise you. Everybody's going to come here because it is so, first of all, it's a great location. You can get up into the bay system, you can get out to the Gulf, you got plenty of room. This is going to be the pride of the boat ramps here in Bay County. I know a lot of y'all are going to be using it, including me. All right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that first-hand look at the Carl Gray boat ramp. We're going to talk about it. Let's go and do our fishing game times today. Brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. 12:24 to 2:24 this morning, and this afternoon 12:52 to 2:52. And I tell you what that coincides with. That tide is going to start going out about the middle of the morning. It's going to be really strong in the middle of the afternoon. So keep that in mind. Now let's talk about boat ramps. To get to the boat ramp, you gotta have a good trailer, and everything's got to be in shape as far as the axle and the hubs and everything, and the bearings. Well, I got a text from Billy Grantham. I'm gonna show you the picture. Let me read the text real quick. Out of commission for a few weeks, and you can see his trailer here on. You see what happened? I guess we haven't greased him, and I said, did it happen on the road? He was going about 5 miles an hour. And he said, tell all the folks to check their hubs, and we drive. But now he drives, when they come down here to the coast, they drive about an hour and a half from Jackson County and get over here to East Bay. But you're looking at, you see both these pictures here showing the bearings and all. And that's just something that I remind all of us, and myself too, we just got to stay on top of it. I found myself about 2 weeks ago, my son and I, we have a little trailer, utility trailer. We have it ourselves. And we share it, which is smart, and I keep, and we even keep it at his house, even smarter. So anyway, I was going to take my golf cart from here in Southport to down on July 4th. I wanted to be down there for July 4th and all, and I loaded up on the trailer, and I went across town and stopped to get gas there around the Transmitter and Tyndall Parkway, and I was pumping gas. I just always have a habit of going back and physically feeling the hub. And folks, I felt it. Wait a minute, that thing's warm. I went to the other side, and wait a minute, that thing's warm. And what happened on that? We had a situation. We had a situation where I just made a decision to okay, I can't stop this. Anyway, we had a decision. We had a decision to, I'm completely lost on my time, Jeff, I think. Okay, I think we got it. So anyway, I made a decision to turn around and come back to the house, which I hate to do, and I left my golf cart here, took my trailer to the shop up there, and they looked at it and said, Coach, this is really, he said, you want to go on 5 more miles. So really, unfortunately, so if you feel heat on it, anytime you feel heat on it, be aware that you need to take care of it and everything. So anyway, do that. So anyway, you get a trailer, and you saw what happened here. Now, speaking of boat ramps, I'm so proud of locally of Bay County for doing this, and like I say, the government agencies, the mayor Greg Burdnicki, y'all know him well from being on the show. Chris Forehand, the engineer. I've known Chris since he was in diapers, and his dad and I spent many hours in the woods and water together. So it's just really cool. And Bobby Sullivan up there, grew up there in Youngstown, and now on BCL. He named BCL after his 3 kids, by the way. So anyway, I was going to, I got to thinking driving home, this is a free boat ramp. And I got to thinking, it still irritates me that we get charged over there in Gulf County, and we get charged now in Franklin County. But I'm thinking about, here's Bay County, Walton County, they don't charge. Liberty County, they would have, if Liberty County tried to charge a boat ramp, there'd be an uprising. The same way about Calhoun County. I know those folks over there. That would never happen with the county commissioners over there in Liberty County and Calhoun County, or I don't think Jackson County. And then Walton County don't, Washington County don't. I'm not sure about, I don't think Okaloosa County charges. So about the only ones in charge up there, regretfully, is the one down there in Port St. Joe. And I hate to see that. It's just not right. How many times have we said that? It's just not right. But anyway, I just want to go over that. But the foundation, the boat ramps are so important. You can have the nicest boat, the nicest trailer, and everything all set, and you go to that boat ramp, it's closed or messed up, you're not going to get out on the water. So that's how important boat ramps are. Okay, a couple other things I have written down. One thing, I mentioned Wendy's coming in this week. Some of y'all want to see her. She'll be available Friday and Saturday. I talked to her last night. She's excited about coming down. One thing, too, about the patterns. Well, I got some more pictures. Let me see if I can get to it. People asking about red snapper season. Red snapper is going out, it's closing July the 26th, so it's closing this week. Red snapper season for the recreational guy. State for hire is the same way. Federal for hire, okay, the charter boats, it will go to August the 1st. A lot of people have been asking about those red snapper dates. And of course, grouper is open till December the 31st, okay? So that's the two big things there. And I got a couple other pictures I want to show. Let me show a good fishing trip right here. One of my former students, her family, Alexandria Hall, her dad, Frank Hall, they went out with Billy Archer, and a group of them went out. Here's the fish, here's Alexandria. She is now a teacher at University Academy. Great pictures, and what a great haul with Billy Archer. And what a sweet, pretty girl, and so glad she's fishing up there with a family. And how about, we always talking about Bobby Smith catching all those bass. How about this grouper? How about this grouper and red snapper he caught? Man, they had a good time. His wife posted this. 2 large snapper and a big grouper, and that's what they were having for dinner. And okay, and then here's Kenny Bostick. My buddy Kenny Bostick, he went out with some friends, and he was the oldest man on the trip. But look at that, what he got. What a nice snapper. Kenny Bostick, a loyal viewer here. So those are some good pictures. That shows what's going on here in the Florida Panhandle just over the last 3 or 4 days. I've seen some trips where people, the smiles on their faces just been huge and all, because it's been really successful trips. And this past week has not been near the rough water they've had in the previous 3 to 4 weeks. And we talked about it earlier about those captains having to fight that water, that current, and the inshore guys, they're doing really good. A guy caught a huge tarpon. Don't forget, on these really big tarpon, I saw a picture of a really big tarpon a guy caught over at Tender Bridge, and they taken it out of the water to take the picture, and they didn't know you couldn't take it out of water. So on these huge tarpon, you just got to stay in the water with them, and you get really, they don't really want you to do that, so you can get in trouble. All right, so anyway, get out and do some fishing. Get out and just get outdoors and do some things. We're going to wrap it up. As always, we appreciate you watching our show. We'll be bringing it to you tomorrow right here out of our Studio B. You have a great day, and do something good today for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.